Have you ever stopped and wondered, like, how someone with absolutely zero singing or dancing background ends up a global music icon?
Hmm.
Famous for amazing vocals, incredible stage presence.
Yeah.
Well, if you have, this deep dive is definitely for you.
Hmm.
Today, we're really digging into an incredible story.
Yeah.
It's often pretty unexpected, actually. We're unpacking the whole evolution of Kim Seok-jin,
Yeah.
known everywhere as Jin, the oldest member of BTS, and, well, he calls himself worldwide handsome.
He does indeed. And our mission here really is to sift through all the info we've gathered, all the sources, and pull out the key stuff. Not just facts, but the real insights into Jin's journey.
Exactly.
We want to guide you through how he went from a student dreaming about acting to becoming a solo artist, an entrepreneur, a massive global star,
Right.
all while somehow keeping that unique personality, that charm, and that really deep connection he has with his fans,
Yeah.
with Army.
It's quite something. So let's go back, way back. Anyang, South Korea, that's where Jin was born, December 4th, 1992.
Hmm.
He grew up in the Gwangsang Kim clan. That's a pretty historic family line in Korea, right?
It is, yeah. Deep roots. And apparently a very close-knit family.
Yeah, and what's really striking, I think, is his first career goal. It wasn't music, not even close.
No.
He actually wanted to be a journalist. He had this, like, drive to dig into stories and share them.
Which makes the shift even more interesting, doesn't it? Because his path took a totally different turn. It was watching a TV drama, Queen Seondeok,
I did.
that really got him. Specifically, the actor Kim Nam-gil's performance, that was the spark. Suddenly, journalism wasn't the focus anymore. Acting was it.
And that led him straight to university for it. Konkuk University, Film Studies. He graduated in 2017.
And he didn't stop there. He went on to get a master's in film, too, from Hanyang Cyber University. So the commitment to acting, or at least film, was serious.
Definitely. And it's interesting, he even got some early international exposure. Back in 2007, he went to an English study camp in Australia, just, broadening his worldview a bit.
Which is cool context. But here's the bit that always makes me go, whoa.
The SM story.
Yeah. Before Big Hit, before any of that, SM Entertainment, like one of the biggest K-pop agencies approached him when he was just in junior high.
Offered him a spot.
Right. And he just turned it down. Thought it was a scam.
Can you imagine? Just think, if he'd said yes, he could have ended up in a completely different group. Maybe EXO. It's wild to think about.
That whole SM thing and him just dismissing it, it really underscores how much chance played a role. It wasn't this like planned out path into K-pop at all.
Not at all.
It really sets the stage for how uniquely he entered that world, a world he wasn't even looking for initially.
Okay, so fast forward to 2011. Jin's in college, probably thinking about films, acting,
Mm-hmm.
and then, bam, Big Hit Scouts spot him. Just
Yeah.
spot him on the street. And why?
His looks.
Purely his looks. That's it. He had, like you said, zero singing experience, zero dancing experience. He went into that audition, wanted to be an actor.
And this is where it gets really fascinating, based on what Jin himself said in the BTS book, Beyond the Story.
Right, the 10-year record.
He revealed that Big Hit kind of persuaded him by saying, basically, look, idols these days often go into acting later. We'll make sure you get acting opportunities down the line.
The Promise.
Exactly. That promise was the hook. It was
Yeah.
like the key to get him in the door, even if that specific acting path didn't quite happen the way maybe he first thought.
So let's just process that. Scouted for his face, promised to acting, then told, okay, now you need to become a singer and dancer from scratch.
Yeah. And the trainee days, definitely not glamorous. Reports talk about just grueling hours, tiny budgets.
Cramped motel rooms on early gigs.
Exactly. Jin even shared stories about, squeezing into tiny spaces, eating whatever cheap food they could find, real hardship stuff.
Wow. But even then, his personality shone through, didn't it? Other trainees remember him as the funny one.
Oh, yeah. The famous story of J-Hope meeting him for the first time, and Jin's just in his underwear, apparently thanks to Suga just being relaxed about it all.
Classic. And Jimin getting scared when Jin jokingly demanded he sing right when they met.
Yeah. Playful but memorable first impressions.
Mm.
And he was the fourth member to actually join what would become BTS.
So thinking about that, Leap scouted for visuals, promised acting, ends up needing to become a world-class performer.
Hmm.
How did he even do that?
And that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? How much did that initial acting drive maybe fuel his ability to adapt, to perform, even if it wasn't on a movie set? It's really something to consider.
Definitely. Okay, let's jump to the debut. June 13, 2013.
Yep.
Cool for school. BTS arrives.
Mm-hmm.
And Jin is right there, a key vocalist And yes, the official visual of the group. The face, essentially.
But much more than just a face,
Yeah.
obviously. His vocals became so important. Think about songs like Awake back in 2016.
Emotional.
And Epiphany in 2018. Powerful. And Moon in 2020, which is such a fan favorite.
Absolutely. And these weren't just fan favorites. They charted seriously well. Gaon chart in Korea. Billboard's World Digital Song Sales.
For sure. And Epiphany especially. That pop rock feel, the message about self-love. It just resonates. Still gives people chills, you know?
Totally. And he wasn't just singing. He showed off his charm hosting big music shows, too, like Music Bank and Inkigayo.
Right, showing that versatility.
And then the group's impact just exploded globally. By 2018, Jin and all of BTS received the Hwagwon Order of Cultural Merit from the South Korean government.
Which is a huge deal, a major honor recognizing how much they'd done to spread Korean culture worldwide.
It's just an incredible trajectory, and Jin was so central to all of it.
Absolutely. And what's key here is that even while BTS was taking over the world, Jin was clearly still developing his own artistic voice, his own identity.
Which leads us perfectly into his solo work. He started putting out these free tracks for ARMY on SoundCloud. Really personal stuff.
Yeah, like Tonight in 2019, inspired by his pets passing away. So heartfelt.
And Abyss in 2020, where he got really raw about his own insecurities and burnout. Very vulnerable.
And then, totally switching gears, Super Tuna.
Yes. 2021, that goofy trot song he made as a birthday gift just blew up everywhere, especially TikTok. Totally unexpected viral hit.
It showed his fun side, didn't it? But then his official solo debut, The Astronaut, in 2022, that was serious business.
A collaboration with Coldplay.
Right. Huge. And it charted at number 51 on the Billboard Hot 100. That's a massive achievement for a K-pop soloist. Really proved he could stand strong on his own.
He didn't stop there, though.
Yeah.
November 2024, his first full album, Happy, hit number 4 on the Billboard 200.
Known for that really chill, positive vibe, and collabs with Gary Barlow and Taka from One OK Rock. Really diverse sounds.
And then just last month, May 2025, the EP Echo. 7 tracks, pop rock focused. And it climbed even higher, number 3 on Billboard 200.
Amazing. And he told USA Today something interesting about Echo. He said, the fans wanted to see me perform, so I focused on that. Which speaks volumes about his connection to ARMY. And apparently he was super meticulous, picking those 7 songs from almost 1,000 demos.
1,000, that's incredible dedication.
Right. And songs like Nothing Without Your Love are just direct messages to the fans. And With the Clouds, that dreamy track with Yojiro Noda from Radwimps, just beautiful stuff.
It really shows his growth, his range, and how much his solo work is tied to his own journey and his fans.
Exactly. It reveals these different layers of who he is as an artist.
It's just phenomenal. From literally zero singing background to solo hits on the Billboard charts.
Wow. An incredible arc.
Okay, let's shift gears slightly. His mandatory military service. That started December 2022, right? At the Yeoncheon Army Base.
And after finishing the tough basic training with the 5th Infantry Division, he actually stepped up into a leadership role, became an assistant instructor.
Which is pretty impressive. Shows his discipline.
Definitely. And what's interesting are the stories from his service. You hear his squad mates calling him God because he was apparently really kind and helpful. But then Jin keeps it real, you know? He shared a story about losing his cool once, telling younger soldiers something like, hey, if a senior soldier tells you to do something, at least pretend to listen.
That sounds like Jin. Grounded. Even in the military, it shows he's human. Face real stuff there.
Exactly. So he finished up on June 12th, 2024. And the welcome back was just perfect BTS style.
RM with the saxophone playing Dynamite.
Iconic. And Jin himself admitted, I cried during the ceremony. You could feel the emotion of that moment.
And what did he do almost immediately after getting out?
Straight to Weverse. Connecting with ARMY, no question about his priorities.
None at all. And he hit the ground running. Huge fan event for BTS's 11th anniversary soon after. Launched his own web show, Run Jin.
Yep, airing Tuesdays. And more beyond that, too. He carried the torch for the Paris Olympics in 2024. Signed big deals with brands like Gucci, Laneige.
His appeal is just undeniable across different sectors.
For sure. And don't forget his business side.
Right. Osu Seramushi, the restaurant he opened back in 2018. Still going strong.
And just this year, 2024, launching his own liquor brand, IGN, with the famous chef Baek Jong-won.
He's really building an empire. And the fans are buzzing about his first solo tour, the Run Seok Jin Ep Tour. kicking off June 28th, 2025.
Starting in Goyang, then Osaka, London. It's going to be huge. It just shows how he's using his platform now, not just for music, but as a really smart entrepreneur too, expanding his reach.
When you look at the whole picture, film student, unexpected idol trainee, global superstar, businessman, he somehow stayed so Jin, you know?
Completely. You got to mention the dad jokes.
Oh, the dad jokes.
Yes.
Cheesy, yes. Grown-worthy, often, but totally endearing.
Part of the charm. And his Eat Jin live streams, they just feel like you're hanging out with a buddy who loves food. So relatable.
So down to earth. Remember during one of his Echo streams, J-Hope, Jimin, V, and Jungkook just crashed the comments?
Yeah. Total chaos, but hilarious. It just perfectly showed that side of him, how he balances this immense fame with being genuinely funny, relatable, and caring.
It really is a testament to staying true to yourself, even under that kind of intense spotlight.
Absolutely. And that bond with ARMY, it's not just fan service. You hear it in songs like Nothing Without Your Love. It feels real.
And his actions back it up, too. His donations to UNICEF, to animal welfare causes, he consistently gives back.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? His whole journey started almost by chance, driven by an acting dream he didn't initially pursue in music, turning down one big agency.
Right.
And it led him to this unbelievable global stage. But through it all, he's kept that humor, that connection. What does his story tell us, about where our passions can lead us, even down unexpected roads?
That's a great question to ponder.
Yeah.
And we'd love to hear what you think. What part of Jin's journey surprised you the most? Or maybe you have a favorite Jin song or moment. Let us know.
Yeah, tell us. And let us know what we should tackle next on The Deep Dive.
Don't forget, we've got all the show notes, links to Jin's music, his projects, all that good stuff over at www.dropthat.blogspot.com.
Definitely check it out. It's been great diving into Jin's incredible story with you all today.